Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hey everyone, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Kwanzaa. If you guys celebrate. I actually just came back from volunteering for Kwanzaa Crawl, which I did last year, and it was just as fun as it was this year. But I wanted to make a video today talking about a few things, but mostly acceptance of life and the events that come with it, and learning to sort of just grow with the changes and know that everything happens for a reason, and everyone that you have met happened for a reason. And I feel like this year especially, I've had to come to terms with the idea of acceptance. As someone like me who tries to overthink and take control over everything, I've had to let go of that habit this year, and it's been very eye-opening, but I feel like that's necessary for you, and that's necessary for your involvement. And I feel like a lot of people have came and gone into a lot of people have left my life. A lot of people have entered my life for the good, I would say. Normally you say for the better or for the worse, but I would say for the good. And the people who are in my life, I've learned to put the proper boundaries on, but I've also just grown with them a lot over this year. A lot of people have left my life, but a lot of people have entered, and I'm grateful for the people that have entered my life and have really opened my eyes to different things that I never would have considered before. And I feel like that happens when you really just let go of control and you just learn to follow the universe, and you really do the work on yourself to allow yourself to have that change come into your life. And I've also entered a new relationship for the first time in about a year, which has made me very happy. But that also came with a lot of changes that I wasn't prepared for, and that I sort of had to mentally adapt myself to, and learn to accept that love, and learn to accept that change into my life, and be open to accepting that love and change into my life. Learning how to love someone else when I've only just been focused on myself for so long. And the communication and work that comes with that. Losing a lot of friends in my life that I didn't think I would ever have to lose, but understanding that communication is very key, and if the person didn't take the time to communicate with me what was going on, then there is nothing that I can really do, and everything happens for a reason, and some people are just meant to be in your life for a season, and if your paths are meant to cross again, then they will in due time. And allowing change into my life when it comes to people who I haven't seen in over a decade, how many years, and it's who we were when we were 18, 19, probably even younger, is a lot different than who we are now at almost to our 30s. And just allowing that into my life, and really allowing myself to have open conversations and dialogue with different people, and seeing their side of life versus my side of life, and how we can come together again after so long when we didn't think that was possible before. So we're going to talk about all of that, and I'm very excited for today's topic, and I feel like it's a very nice topic to end the new year. Ending the new year with, a reflection, but also looking forward to new beginnings for 2025, which is literally right around the corner. So let's get into it. So I would say overall that acceptance for me is not something that has always been very easy in life for me. I would say, as for someone like me who's always been a very avid overthinker, always tries to think 10, 20 steps ahead of what's going to happen, trying to see what's the end of the story is going to be before I even finish the book. And just overall trying to take control over everything. I would say it's always been hard for me to fully accept that something has happened. I've always been the type of person to figure out like why this happened, or like why is it that I felt like I needed to go through something, just to have like some sort of like closure in a sense. And I feel like 2024 especially taught me that that's not gonna always be the case. I'm not going to always be in control of my life. I'm not going to always know what's going to happen, or why something happened, or what was the reason why a person did XYZ towards me. And I've learned that that is okay. I've learned that that is okay, and that is why I have the wisdom and the experience that and the guidance that I've had all this time, for me to be able to learn to like navigate through life and just learn how to react to different things. And like I said, this year came with a lot of new challenges, new surprises, people leaving my life, but also new people entering my life in a way that like I never thought was even possible. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, but you know, I'm really looking forward to what the future holds. And I would say everything started from probably like my breakup. I don't know if anybody, I don't think any of you guys know, but I was in an open relationship for about a year or two. For about 2 years, I should say. And I went through a lot of different trials and tribulations when it came to that. A lot of questioning of myself and my self-worth, and even really after the relationship, and trying to figure out if it was worth it to like come back to and bring it back together, just because I felt like, well, what was the meaning behind all of this? Like, was it for no reason? And I started wondering if maybe I did have commitment issues, or I didn't know how that that relationships, they take work and understanding. But also I also felt like, the relationship overall had run its course. And I had to come to acceptance of that, and knowing that I am deserving of more. I'm deserving of feeling valued, of feeling wanted, of feeling appreciated. I am deserving of me being the only person in a relationship, and me feeling like I'm good enough for that. And that I don't have to conform myself or be someone that I'm not, just to make another person happy. And they're not necessarily looking out for my happiness. And so I had to learn to come to acceptance of that. And that took a long time. That took a lot of healing. That took a lot of therapy. That took a lot of me just really taking time to myself to heal, and to like go over everything and do a lot of therapy sessions. That was when I was really like focusing on myself, not going out as much, like really doing a lot of alone activities that brought happiness and peace to my soul. Things that I hadn't done for a long time because I was so focused on making this other person happy. And so, that's when and I also feel like the more that you focus on yourself, the more that you pour into your own cup, that's when things and people start gravitating towards you. And that is how I ended up now finding the love of my life. And I had to come to acceptance that, there is still a lot of work that I need to do on myself. You never really do stop doing work on yourself. I was a person where I didn't feel like I was deserving of love for a long time, especially in this type of like relationship that I'm in now, because of like, sorry y'all. Oh my god. I had y'all basically like in a little space in front of my bed, and so you guys just like kind of toppled over. Sorry about that. But like I was saying, I didn't even feel like I was like deserving of being in a relationship like this that is just filled with so much love, so much communication, so much patience, so much understanding. And I had to come to the acceptance of, yeah, like even though you are a lot older and you are a lot wiser than you were when you were like 21, 22, you still have a lot of growing up to do. You still have a lot of work I still have a lot of work to do on myself as just a person, on how to be a better partner, how to be more understanding of my partner, how to better communicate with him, how to learn to not shut down when it comes to criticism or just opinions or like asking questions, so that we can better understand each other, better understand to get to know each other, realizing that there is still a lot of like baggage and experiences and trauma from my past relationships that I may have brought to this one. And I have to realize that those two things are completely separate, because I was two completely different people in those points in my life. And now I'm with a new person who really does love me and really does care for me and understand me in a way that I never could imagine. And we both have flaws. We both have things we need to work on, but we understand each other and we take that time and we have those discussions, because you never really know like what will trigger a person or what a person has been through until the conversation comes up. And we talk about the different we talk about our day, we talk about our emotions, we talk about the goals that we have, not only for ourselves but for each other and our relationship in the future. And it really does make my day, honestly, when I think about like how far I have come from versus a year or two ago, but also how much farther that I need to go and how much farther that I want to go, and that I'm just honestly like so excited about. And lastly, I think I wanted to talk about friendships and the accepting of friendships and who you are as a person, and wanting certain type of people as friends, yes, but also, are you that person yourself? And knowing when a friendship has run its course, in a sense, and knowing that that's okay. Knowing that that is okay, and that it is not a reflection of you. It is not a reflection of maybe you could have done this better or that better. Because if the person didn't tell you how they felt, then you never would know. And that you are not able to read a person's mind. And I think that aspect of my life, when it comes to acceptance, was the hardest pill for me to swallow. Because I've always been as many people in my life know, I am an avid people pleaser. And so I really like do my best to, when it comes to like making sure that a person is okay, and doing literally almost anything I can to the best of my ability in order to keep that person in my life, and vice versa. And sometimes that is not always going to be the case, that works out the way that you planned. And you have to like sort of like learn to accept that, in a sense. And so I think I'll save that for my part 2 video about when it comes to friendships and acceptance, and also learning to let people go, but also being open enough to allow better people to come into your life. And everything that I've learned from this year, and my goals for next year, when it comes to love, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to career, finances, and everything in between. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. Sorry for the blooper. And I will see you guys in part 2. Have a great day, everyone.